Bruce and his family have spent their time doing their research, and they've really set this boat up to do some hard work, but also go on some epic adventures. So this boat's been put into commercial survey. It's ready to do some exploring around Tasmania's remote coastline, offering fishing charters, scenic tours, and photography. This thing is really nicely done, and it's going to be a very comfortable charter boat for customers to go on. The process in putting one of our Edencrafts into commercial survey is very simple. The construction method between a recreational boat and a commercial boat is actually exactly the same. There's just a few extra requirements for survey, things like some fireproof wiring, a different fuel line, a few extra foam boxes. Other than that, it's very much the same as a recreational boat. For a commercial boat, this boat is really nicely finished. It's got a really luxe finish with these amazing padded coamings. We've got the Evercore flooring, which I really love this color. It looks unreal, and of course it's tough as. This boat's gonna have cray pots thrown on it, all sorts of things. We know this is gonna last. Now, Tasmania has some beautiful remote coastline with amazing bays and surf breaks that are only accessible by boat. So this contraption here is actually a surfboard rack that we've custom made for Bruce's boat. Simply drops into the rod holders, and at the end of a long day fishing or exploring the coastline, Bruce and his kids can pull their favorite 6-footer off here and straight into their private surf break. One of our custom designs is our flush mount ladder. A great option for boarding the boat after you finish surfing, swimming, grabbing a few crayfish. We custom made this ladder. It just has these locator tabs, drops nicely into this flush mount locator that sits inside the door. Tasmania is one of the very lucky states in Australia where you can get crayfish without getting wet, and that is with the use of a pot hauler. Bruce got Rob down at RL Welding to knock up this beautiful unit here. Really simple. We've got an extra rod holder style mount here, flush mount that it just drops in, so it's really easy to take out when you're not using it. It's on a nice pin, you can set it out. We've got a plug here, runs up to its own lithium system. Really, really nice and simple to use. Great looking unit. Up here in the business end, we've got a really nicely laid out dash with some incredible technology at our fingertips. This has got a really comprehensive Garmin fit out in it. We've got two 19-inch Garmin screens. They're networked, so we can have the data on either screen with whatever we're doing, whether we're fishing, commuting. We've got a great map here. We've got the AIS on, which shows us all the targets. You can see the track, all the names of other boats and commercial vessels in the area, which is great when you've got the autopilot on, you've got the radar running, everything's working. Tying that in makes it really nice and safe offshore traveling. Over on this screen, we've got set up as a sounder at the moment. We've got the GSD 28 sonar module, which is running the 175 high wide transducer through hull. And we've also got the heave compass included in this package, which is really good technology. It helps suppress any of the movement from the boat and gives you a really accurate picture of the bottom or any targets you're marking. Up the front on the bow, you see a very cool bit of gear. This is the Force Kraken trolling motor from Garmin. What's extra cool about it is at the bottom of the leg, we've got the Garmin Live Scope. So we can use this motor to tow us around, move the boat around, and it moves this big 25-foot boat around incredibly well. And we can have the live scope on our screen here. Unbelievable for navigating up some of the shallow rivers down there in Tasmania, see those hidden logs and obstacles. Up in the cabin, we've got a really nice setup for doing overnighters, having a bit of a sleep. We've got some really good cushions in there, so it's actually a great spot to lay down. Underneath there, we've got a Dometic macerator toilet, and we've got a Lumar hatch in the top, just to get a little bit of airflow through and plenty of sunlight. Great cabin to hang out in. This beautiful 255 is powered by a pair of Mercury 250 Verados. They're a V8 motor, and they're really fuel efficient. We're getting around 1 kilometre per litre. And it's a really comfortable cruise speed here. You can put the autopilot on, sit down on these suspension seats. You've got a huge fuel range with this 500 litre fuel tank. We've got a pair of Seakeeper Ride 450 trim system on it. You can sit down, put the autopilot on, and you can go all day like this.
Hey guys, I'm Bruce. Along with the family of Mel, the wife, and Darcy and me, the kids. We're the lucky, proud owners of this new 255. I guess my story started about 30 years ago on a delivery trip up to Sydney. We passed one coming out of the bar at Bermagui, and from that point onwards, it was always wanted to get a Edencraft. I recently retired just before COVID and needed things to do with my life, and this is one of those things. We put it into survey, and we have plenty of plans moving forward. As Joel mentioned before, there's a few features on the boat that will give us the opportunity to do charters sort of thing out on the water. One of our main passions as a family is water sports, and this little beauty here, that will give us plenty of hours of enjoyment on remote beaches down around Tassie, along with the pot hauler, which is also a long line where we can go out off the shelf and get deep sea fish like the trevally or blue eye, raised brim, and then closer inshore with the crayfish. But the plan is, once we do get this home, is with the equipment, some of the equipment that Joel mentioned earlier, we've got access to remote areas. We've got life rafts, satellite phones and things. So reaching the far corners of Tassie on the southwest coast is very easy, and safety is also covered with all the access to communications and the quality build and stability of the boat.
This has been such a fun boat to be involved in the building process. The ideas Bruce has had and seeing them all come to life, and this unbelievable offshore weapon has been really, really fun. So Bruce, congratulations, mate. This is one hell of a boat. Can't wait to go fishing.
Thanks very much, and thanks to Edencraft.
Well done, mate.